You know how some kids can just focus with this intensity that seems almost superhuman? Well, today, we're going to dive into the Montessori method and uncover the secrets behind building that exact kind of unbreakable concentration.
Just picture this for a second. A young child, so completely absorbed in what they're doing that the whole world around them just melts away. According to one Montessori head of school, this isn't some rare thing. It's what the approach is known for. So how on earth is that even possible? And that really brings us to the big question, right? Is this incredible focus just something kids are born with? You know, a natural gift? Or is it a skill that can be carefully and intentionally built up?
Well, the answer is pretty fascinating. This deep focus doesn't just happen by accident. It's the direct result of a meticulously designed environment. The secret isn't about forcing a kid to focus, but about creating the absolute perfect conditions for it to just happen on its own.
So let's break that down. We're going to start with the first core idea: protecting a child's natural ability to focus instead of constantly breaking it.
Think about a more traditional school setting for a minute. A child's day is often chopped up into little pieces. Just when they start to get really into something, a bell rings or a teacher says, "Time's up," and their concentration is shattered. Well, the Montessori approach does the exact opposite. It gives kids these long, uninterrupted blocks of time where they get to choose their own work. Now, this isn't a free-for-all. It's a deliberate method to strengthen their attention span, kind of like a muscle that gets stronger every time you use it.
Okay, so you've got all this uninterrupted time. But what do the children actually do with it? That brings us to the second piece of the puzzle, the unique tools that are specifically designed to invite that kind of deep work.
So the materials in a Montessori classroom, they are not just toys. First off, they're beautiful, often made of natural stuff like wood, which makes kids want to touch them. They're totally hands-on and made to be fiddled with, and every single item has a specific purpose and fits into this logical sequence, gently guiding the child from simple ideas to more complex ones.
But here's the real kicker. The way these materials are designed actually invites repetition. A child might spend 20 minutes just pouring water from one little pitcher to another, over and over and over, just perfecting that movement. It's through that kind of voluntary repetition that true, rock-solid concentration is built.
And this leads us to the role of the teacher in the room, which honestly is where a lot of people get it wrong. In the Montessori method, the teacher is a guardian of focus, not an interrupter of it.
This is the absolute golden rule, and it is so powerful. When a Montessori teacher sees a child deep in concentration, their number one job is to step back and protect that moment. They won't jump in with praise like, "Good job," or offer corrections. They just observe, silently, respecting the child's process.
So you really have to redefine the role here. The teacher isn't the sage on the stage running the show. They're more like a guide, a protector of that fragile little bubble of concentration, letting the child see a task all the way through on their own terms. And that respect, it doesn't just build focus, it builds this incredible sense of pride and self-reliance. All right, last piece of the puzzle. Let's talk about the physical space itself. The fourth principle is all about the power of keeping things simple.
So let's look at what's missing. You're not going to find any of those battery-operated toys with flashing lights and loud noises. You definitely won't find screens. The walls aren't covered in chaotic, distracting decorations. Every single thing in the room is chosen for a reason, to cut down on overstimulation.
And the reason is simple but really powerful. A calm, simple, orderly room helps a child's mind become calm and orderly too. By just removing all those external distractions, the classroom itself becomes a tool that helps them find that deep, internal focus. So what's the big deal? What's the long-term payoff for all this careful work? Why does building this skill so early in life matter so much? Well, it's about giving a child a gift that lasts a lifetime.
It really is like a domino effect. It all starts with that deep focus in childhood. That ability makes them stronger, more engaged learners. That, in turn, helps them become better readers and way more effective problem solvers. And the benefits don't just stop when school ends. This foundation helps them grow into calmer, more centered adults who can actually manage their own attention in our increasingly distracted world.
And that leaves us with one last big thought to chew on. In a world that's obsessed with adding more apps, more activities, more stimulation, what if the real key to unlocking a child's potential isn't about all the stuff we add to their lives, but about what we have the wisdom to protect?